Cancer, welcome to the realm of astrology. This is your monthly horoscope overview for the month of October 2021. But before we begin, I would like to let you know that I do daily video horoscopes, weekly video horoscopes, and monthly sunrise and sign video horoscopes just like this one that you can watch on my YouTube channel. And I also request you to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I post a video. So let's talk about what's happening in the month of October, Cancer. And before we begin, this reading is for Cancer rising and Cancer sun sign, and I would recommend watching your rising sign and then your sun sign. And as we enter the month of October, one thing to be mindful of is that Mercury is retrograde. And that means it's not the best time to start new things, sign new contracts, communication can slow down at this point, and gadgets can malfunction. So just be mindful of that. And we'll talk about Mercury retrograde more when Mercury goes direct, which will happen this month. So the first important thing in the month of October is the new moon in the sign of Libra. And this new moon is happening at 13 degrees of Libra, which puts it in your fourth house, Cancer, right? And what is a new moon? A new moon is a point where we begin something that we will work on for the next lunar month, for the next 28, 30 days. And this new beginning is happening in your fourth house of home, family, foundation, roots. Could be a physical location as well, and your deepest emotions and your closest friends. So something is beginning in this area for you that you will work on for the next lunar month, next 28, 30 days. It could be that you have a new beginning when it comes to emotions. It could be that a close friendship, a close relationship in your life turns a new leaf, anything like that, right? Begins to turn a new leaf. It's just the beginning. We seed things on a new moon that we will work on for the next month. So that's October 6th for you, Cancer. Now, on the same day, we have Pluto going direct. Pluto has been retrograde since April 27th, I believe. And when Pluto is retrograde, we receive the karma for the work we put in while Pluto was direct. And it is also a point where the active creation of karma slows down, and Pluto is a planet of change. It's a planet of transformation, catharsis, healing. It's a very psychological energy. So the work, when we work connected to Pluto, is psychological, it's internal. So now Pluto is going direct again, and this work, internal work connected to transforming ourselves, begins again. And for you, Cancer, this is connected to your seventh house of marriage, business partnerships, and legal issues. Then moving on to October 7th, Cancer, we have Venus changing signs. Venus has been in your fifth house for the past 25 days or so. And Venus is a benefic. It gives gifts and blessings, and it also makes us more receptive to a particular area of our life. And for you, Cancer, that has been your fifth house of love, romance, creativity, children, hobbies, fun, pleasure. So it could be that you became more receptive to having fun when Venus was in the fifth house up until October 7th, or you became more receptive to romance, anything connected to the fifth house. And now it's going to enter your sixth house and give you gifts, blessings, and make you more receptive to the sixth house, health, job, diet, routine, lifestyle, exercise. It could be that you become more receptive about your diet or your health, anything like that. And moving on to October 10th, we have another outer planet going direct. Saturn here is going to go direct. Saturn has been retrograde for a few months as well, and Saturn is in your eighth house. It has been in your eighth house for good since December of 2020. And wherever Saturn is, we're asked to work hard, and we're asked to put matters of that house in order. And for you, that's your eighth house, right? And eighth house is the house of transformation, of endings, beginnings, investments, intimate relationships, hidden things, occult things. That's the eighth house. That's the area you're working on. And when Saturn was retrograde, which it has been for the past few months, it was a time of receiving the reward for the work you put in while Saturn was direct. It was also a time where the hard work kind of eases off, right? But now Saturn is direct again in the active creation of karma, the active work that you need to put in towards your eighth house, intimate relationship, investments, transformation, healing, ending, beginning, catharsis, occult things, hidden things will begin again. And on October 12th, Cancer, we have the first quarter square of the moon. Now, this is the point where the sun and the moon make their first 90-degree angle after the new moon, which happened on October 6th. And this is a point for the whole week where you will be overcoming challenges and obstacles and making adjustments connected to the new beginning you had on October 6th in your fourth house, right? What you began on October 6th, connected to your family, foundation, emotions, physical home, closest friends, all fourth house things. Now you're kind of saying, okay, I need to make some adjustments. Now I'll give an example. Now these are just examples. It could be that you started a new beginning when it comes to your emotions, right? But this week you're saying, okay, I need to adjust my routine, for example, so that I can feel better emotionally. Maybe I need to make more time for myself, because the fourth house is also self-care. So some things like that you will be, adjusting the whole week connected to the new beginning on October 6th. And moving on to October 18th, Cancer, we have Jupiter going direct. Now, Jupiter has been retrograde as well. And that's another thing I'd like to mention before we move on, that for the past few months, especially since April, one by one, all the outer planets started to go retrograde, right? We had Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, Chiron, all going retrograde. And now one by one, in the month of October, all these planets will start going direct again, which meant that the past few months from April, gradually things started to slow down. It was a time where we received the reward, the karma for the work we'd already done. Okay, it was also a time where we revisited things we started while these planets were direct. But now, slowly, one by one, these planets are going to go direct, and then the forward movement will begin again. So that's what's happening with Jupiter, right? It's going direct. It has been retrograde, and Jupiter is the planet of gifts, blessings, healing, rewards, and lessons. So when Jupiter goes retrograde, all the gifts, the rewards, they slow down. The lessons we need to learn slow down as well. And now that is going to begin again. And for you, this is connected to the eighth house, to intimate relationships, to investments, to occult things, hidden things, transformation, healing, ending, beginning. Eighth house is a lot of things. So it's not a very straightforward house like that, So that's what's going to happen. And on the same day, Cancer, we have Mercury coming out of retrograde. Now, Mercury has been retrograde in your fourth house, and when Mercury is retrograde, like I said, communication slows down, gadgets can malfunction. It is not the best time to sign new contracts or start new things. And it is also a period of review. And for you, this review was connected to your home, family, foundation, deepest emotions, physical home perhaps, self-care, taking care of yourself, because it happened in your fourth house. And now it's going direct again. So the review process is now kind of over, and Mercury, which is our mind, has begun moving forward. And on October 20th, we have the full moon in Aries. The full moon in Aries is happening at 27 degrees, which puts it in your 10th and 4th house axis, right? And a full moon is a point of clarity. We can see things clearly on a full moon. And for you, Cancer, this full moon is highlighting your 4th and 10th house. This full moon will highlight your home, family, foundation, deepest emotions, physical home perhaps, and your work and business. These are the two areas that are being highlighted for you, Cancer. And another thing about this full moon in Aries is that in April of 2021, we stepped into our new life in a way, and we started new things. It was a new energy rather, and now is the culmination point of that new energy. So perhaps there was a beginning in April or something, or a new sort of energy in your life in the month of April, and now that energy is becoming more clear to you. What was that energy about, right? What did I start back then? Okay, This makes more sense now. In April, I didn't quite understand it. That could also happen. And on October 23rd, we have the sun changing signs. It's going to leave your fourth house and enter your fifth house. And up until October 23rd, the sun has been in your fourth house, which means up until October 23rd, the area that has been highlighted for you has been your fourth house of family, foundation, physical home, deepest emotions, closest friends. And now on October 23rd, for the next 30 days, the focus is going to be your fifth house of love, romance, children, creativities, hobbies, fun, pleasure. And on October 28th, Cancer, we have the last quarter square of the moon. Now, this is a point where the sun and the moon make their last 90-degree angle before the new moon in the month of November. And this is a point where we begin to release things. We start to let go of things. It's a subtle release. It's a subconscious release. And the whole week, starting October 28th till November 4th, energy is going to be about releasing. And for you, you're releasing the new beginning that happened on October 6th in your fourth house of your deepest emotions, your closest friends, your home, your family, your foundation, physical home. So perhaps if there's an emotion that doesn't serve you this week, you might release it. So the whole week is about release. And then on October 30th, we have Mars changing signs. Mars is going to enter the sign of Scorpio. It's going to enter your fifth house. It will be in your fourth house till October 30th. And wherever Mars is, we take action in that area. We work in that area. It's where our energy is. Wherever Mars is, it re-energizes that part of our life because we put in the work, right? We take action in that department. And Mars enters a particular sign, which means a particular house, almost after 2 years. So up until October 30th, it will be in your fourth house. And this is the part of your life, the fourth house, home, family, foundation, that it is going to re-energize and reinvigorate. It could be for the past 2 years, maybe emotionally, you are not able to release things. Mars comes in and says, hey, we need to take action so that you can release these emotions. Or, hey, we need to take action towards your physical home. Maybe you need to make some changes. These are just examples. But now on October 30th, it's going to enter your fifth house, and that's where the Martian energy of re-energizing that part of your life will begin. Love, romance, hobbies, fun, pleasure, children, creativity. So it could be that you were into creativity. You were a very creative person. But in the past 2 years, somehow that has not happened. And Mars comes in and says, hey, let's take action. Let's make this creativity thing happen again. Or, hey, let's start this new hobby. You used to love doing this, but you gave it up. Now let's start it again. So that's Mars, and that's going to happen in your fifth house. And that's all for the month of October. And to sum it up for you, Cancer, October is a month where all the forward movement will slowly start to happen again. And I will pick a card for you, Cancer, and then we'll close out the reading. Okay, something flipped. So let's go with this. It says acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And I think this is a lesson for you this month, Cancer, that maybe accept whatever it is you cannot change. Maybe that will bring you some peace if that's what you're looking for. I will pick another card for you. I'm gonna go with the top card, okay? It says all that glitters, and I think this card is saying look beneath the surface. Dig deep before you decide something. Don't accept things just by their first appearance, right? Look a little bit deeper. And that's all I'm going to say for you, Cancer. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading and have a great month. I will see you for one of my other videos. Bye.